Hello, hello. Good morning. Just gonna make a few adjustments as usual here. So we can get as much of what I need in frame. Happy Thanksgiving to those of you crazy enough to be with me this early in the morning on your Thanksgiving. We're actually going to use quite a few pieces of equipment today. If there's certain things you don't have, it's all right. You're still going to be able to do this workout. I'll kind of tell you how to modify some stuff as we go if there's certain pieces of equipment that you don't have today. But I've got a really fun class lined up for us, and we're going to try a bunch of crazy, super effective, fun stuff today because it's Thanksgiving, right? So you're going to need some equipment this morning. You need a large exercise ball and a chair. So both those things. And then I want you to grab a bunch of weights. Go pretty heavy. So I've got 30s, 20s, 25s, and 15s here on my end. And then you need some loop bands. So I'm going to give everybody a second to kind of gather all that stuff around. Your loop bands. My suggestion, and I've got a few different ones here, depending on how many loop bands you have at home. I combined mine together. So this is a stronger set of loop bands, 2 of them. And then over here, I've got 2 combined together that are lighter loop bands. So I've got some options. Use what you've got, but I always like to have options. So I combined my loop bands together today because we're going to use them in this way. All right. So I have 2 options. I'm leaning towards, I'm probably going to be using the lighter ones for the most part, but I wanted to have an option of a combined band that's stronger too. So again, one last time, I can see a few of you checking in. So excited for class today, but I'll give you the rundown one last time of what you need. Large exercise ball, chair, loop bands combined in this sort of a way. Okay, you guys know how to do this. And then heavy weights. So today we are doing a lot of core work. And I warned you guys about this week. We're breaking down the body parts even more this week and doing some heavy strength stuff. So Monday was glutes day. If you did your workouts out of order a little bit, it's fine. But today, along with core work, we're going to throw in some hamstring work. So you might still be a little bit sore, but we're going to get that in today too. All right? Okay. Happy Thanksgiving. Courtney, happy Thanksgiving. Allison, good morning. Those of you at home that have not had a chance to check in yet, happy Thanksgiving to you too, or if you just don't like to check in. Heavy weights, loop bands. That's what you need. Okay, we're just gonna warm up with a traditional stiff-legged deadlift. Go kind of light. So I'm gonna start out with my 15s here, all right? Let's get going. If you wanna listen to music, get that cranking too, because I'm not gonna play it on my channel. Roll those shoulders back. I want you to be able to listen to the music that you like, all right? Here we go. Stiff-legged deadlifts. Just a weight to kind of get things loosened up. Monday's leg day was a doozy. So if you're anything like me, or if you did it later on in the week, you're still pretty tight and sore from that day. So use this stiff-legged deadlift just to kind of start to stretch those hamstrings, warm up those muscles, legs and abs today. We're going to do a whole bunch of fun stuff, some kind of different variations of core work today that I'm excited to show you. We're going to kind of take a little bit of time in between sets to set some things up. It'll be worth it, I promise. Let's go 8 more. 8. And 7. This is a move you guys have all done many, many times with me. 5, so I won't bore you with a whole bunch of positioning information because you already know. 2 more. 2, last one. And 1. Now, you got a choice. We're gonna do a second set with our toes facing outward. I still feel like I need this lighter weight for a second. I'm still pretty tight in the hamstring, so I'm gonna hold on to my 15s. If you feel like you can go heavier for this set, grab something heavier, all right? So we're still doing a stiff-legged deadlift, toes turned out, shoulders back. Here we go. Take it nice and slow, feel it out. This is a really cool variation of the stiff-legged deadlift that gets our hamstrings and the outside of your glutes a little bit as well. Like we need that after Monday, but you know, we'll hit these hamstrings at every angle. So we're still kind of at the beginning of class, just loosening up. So we'll go with 8, 7, 6, and 5. 4, yep, I am still sore in my backside. I can still feel it here. 3, 2, last one, and 1. All right, I'm gonna set my weights down. Again, abs and legs. So let's do a compound movement for that core. We're gonna walk out in a plank position. Grab your ball. If you don't have a ball, just go to plank on the ground, okay? Now, this is not gonna be graceful because I'm gonna try to stay in frame, but if you have a little more space than me at home, walk out as far as you can on your ball. The closer it is to your feet, the harder this is. I want you to engage your core. So lift your backside up a little bit and tuck your hips under. We're just gonna hang out in this position for a second. Breathe and engage your core. So all that means is make sure you're using your core to stay in this position. If your hips are too low, you're not gonna be using your core at all, and you're gonna straighten your lower back. So tuck those hips. Now, one of my very favorite core moves, and you guys who have been working out with me for a long time know this because I do it a lot, is the V-up. So we're gonna do a few right here. If you don't have a ball, you're just gonna hold your plank position, okay? So V-up, you're not tucking your knees, you're just raising your backside. You're going up, squeeze your core, and back to plank. Don't go very low. So I still want your butt up high and your abs engaged at the bottom. Don't go up and then relax down here. No, 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 no. Keep that core engaged. You haven't started already? Let's do it. Up. If you really struggle with these, move the ball higher. If you find that these feel way too easy, move the ball lower. We're gonna do 12, nice and controlled. 12, 11, and 10. Pay attention to those muscle groups that you're working. 8, 7, nice and controlled, even a little bit slow. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one right here. And 1. We're gonna walk it back. All right, I know we just barely got the exercise ball out. We're gonna set it up again and come back to our stiff-legged deadlifts. Now, hopefully by now, we're good and warm. So we're gonna do a heavier weight. Traditional, simple, stiff-legged deadlifts, but I want you to go heavy. So my heavy right now is 30 for deadlifts. So I'm gonna give it a go. Lower repetitions, heavier weight for this set. You ready? Let's do it. We're gonna do 12. If your weight's not heavy enough for you, keep going even when I'm done. 10. Be really conscious of your lower back. Lift with your glutes and your hamstrings, not your back. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And 1. All right, I'm going to carefully set these guys down. We're going to do a second set with those toes turned out. I want you going heavy on this one as well. If anything bothers your knees or your back or anything like that, drop way down in weight. It's fine, okay? But if you think you're good, I'm still gonna hold on to those 30s. We're doing 12 reps. Oh, all right. Come on, Erin. We're still just at the beginning of class. I gotta get it together, right? I'm already breathing heavy. Okay, toes out. Still that stiff-legged deadlift. Ready? Let's go. 12. 10 more. 8. 7. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And 1. All right, set those heavy guys down. And we are going back to our V-ups. I'm not going to spend a ton of time. We talked about form on the first set. So walk it out. Get yourself set up. We're going to do 12 controlled. You ready? Let's do it. Four, 3, 2, last one, and 1. Walk it back, and we're setting that ball up. I told you we were going to do a little bit of crazy setup. It'll be worth it. Okay. We're going to do a band-assisted crunch. You need something heavy to anchor your band to. If you do not have this set up, I'll show you how to do this without, okay? But if you do, I've got my 30-pound dumbbells here on the top half. I am going to slide one of my loops underneath. I want these anchored really well, so I'm stacking the weights on top of one another. If you have another way to anchor, do it. But 2 30-pound dumbbells stacked on top of one another is my anchor. If you don't have anything that you can do this with safely that's heavy enough to hold it down, don't do this. I'll tell you how to do it without. Now we're gonna lie down, and your band anchor point should be overhead. Before we lay down, if you don't have this set up, you're gonna get a weight, 10, 15, whatever. You're gonna hold it across your chest because we're gonna do some crunches. Once we get going with the band, even if you do this band setup, if you get going and you don't like it, this is your workout. Some of this stuff really depends on you. If you would prefer, you can always switch to the weight, okay? All right, so here's what we got. You're gonna come on down. If you don't have this set up, get a weight across your chest, and you're gonna slide your elbows into this loop. Now, the farther you scoot that way, the more resistance you're gonna have. This is a controlled crunch. You need to focus on your core. You can kind of hold how you want. Let's give it a try. You're gonna crunch up and down. Up. You can come in like this if you want, but I want you to scoot that way far enough with your band that you've got the resistance you need. So I'm gonna scoot lower. Okay, this is our first crack at this. So give yourself some grace, give it a try. Crunch. Crunch. Support your head and neck if you need. You can be here. You can be here. You can just hold on if you want. We're just gonna do 12. I want you to kind of feel out where you need to be to have that resistance. 12. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Okay, you're going to leave this just as it is, and we're going to turn around. Okay. If you don't have this set up, again, I'll show you what to do. The band, slide your legs through. This is our first little crack at this. Again, we got lots going today, so if it's taking you a little bit of adjusting to get the right feel, don't worry about it. Okay? Now, if you do not have this set up, you're just gonna raise your legs up without. I'm gonna stick my hands under my backside. I wanna come this way as far as I need to. Give it a little go. Feel it out. Test it out. See what I'm working with here? You need to have some resistance. So you get to decide how far this is. It's all right. Now, your back will arch a little bit when you lower your knees. Press that low back down. Bring your knees to your chest. You're going to feel it in your hip flexors a little bit too. It's fine. All right. We're going with 12. Here we go. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. All right, be careful. Let go of that band. Straighten your legs out, and we're going to let our hip flexors relax while we're still working that core. So I want you to come up in a crunch position. You can put your hand here if you like. Just give me that crunch. Now, I like this variation of the crunch. I'm going to show you. We're going to change up a few things. The reason I like it is because it gives you a chance to focus on nothing but your core working. So I need you to lift through the chest. Use your core here. Stay up as high as you can. Keep crunching. You're going to pick one foot to go on top of the other. All right, we've got 15 and 12 more. 10, 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold your crunch, switch, go ahead. Now, a bunch of this core work that I'm showing you today, don't worry, we're gonna do enough that even if some of this is new to you and you're like, I don't know if I got the position quite right, you're gonna be feeling it in your core tomorrow. So try this stuff out for me. I want you to test it out. I wanna see what you like. I wanna see what's working for us. So trust me, I gotcha. Don't be afraid of the new stuff. All right. You ready for 15, 14, and 13, 11, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. We're coming back up and we're grabbing that ball again, okay? We're gonna go back to our plank position with the ball at our feet. If you don't have a ball, just go in to regular old plank on the ground. Okay, you guys know how to do this. Get your backside up a little bit, tuck your hips. Now we're gonna do a wide tap, alternating. It's all right to kind of rock and roll your ball a little bit so that you can stay on. Looks something like this. Tap and tap. Tap and tap. Get moving. The higher the ball is on your legs, the more stable you're going to be. The closer it is to your feet, the tougher this is going to be. We're going to do 12. I want you to reach way out to the side. 11. 10. 9. Get the ball higher up on your legs if you can't stay on. 8. Oh my gosh. 7. 6. 5. Ah! 4. 3. 2. 1 more. 1. And 1. Oh, I'm going to be feeling that one. My goodness. Okay. Can I get off here? Barely. Okay, we're going to set the ball up. How about we sit down for a little bit? Grab your chair. Bring it in close to that setup. Should already kind of be set up this way. If you don't have a loop band set up like this, we're going to do a seated hamstring curl. Then you're just going to use your regular loop band, stand on one end, loop the other end behind your heel, and you're going to do a hamstring curl like this, okay? If you've got this set up, have a seat. Makes sense right there? And then you got to go that way until you've got the resistance you need. Okay, sit up nice and tall, give it a little bit of a test. So one leg is down, pick your other leg up, you're gonna curl and curl. If you do not have enough resistance, so this little curl movement should be a challenge for that hamstring. If it's not, you need to get farther back or keep going. You can slide your foot in just the one loop, right? So let's see, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna try to go back this way a little bit further. You gotta have a good anchor point. Make sure it's not gonna come at you. I showed you how to do that standing hamstring curl. If you do not have this setup that you can do safely, if your leg gets too tired, because you're holding it up too, right? You can kind of help it a little bit. but I want you curling that heel into your back side. Should be starting to get uncomfortable right now. And we're gonna do 15 more, and 15 more should be almost unbearable, okay? Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, oh my gosh, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, I'm gonna scream, 3, 2, last one, 1. All right, I'm putting my foot down so that it doesn't fly everywhere. And then I'm gonna switch legs. Here's the easiest way, because I've got quite a bit of tension here. Just gonna do this. And then we're gonna drag it on back. Okay, you ready to try the other side? Adjust if it's not working for you. This should be very challenging in that hamstring. I love this move because it completely isolates that muscle, all right? But you gotta have enough tension. Pick that foot up, here we go. Curl and curl. Pile all those weights on there. Maybe you've got something that's more stable at your house that you can hook up to. Make it work. If you don't have anything that will work, turn the other way. Step on one side, curl your heel in with the other. Higher repetitions here. Big squeeze. Make sure you breathe. Now, if your foot cramps or your calf cramps, you don't have to flex your foot super hard to do this. It's challenging not to flex your foot really hard. You have to pay attention to it. Into that. Try to relax your foot just a bit. All right, guys, we're coming up on our final 15 because my hamstring is starting to burn like fire. Here we go. 15, 14, and 13. You thought you needed a seated hamstring curl machine. No, you're not. 11, 10. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this. 9. Come on, leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1. All right, let's see if I can try to not fly and fall on my backside getting out of this. Okay, still hamstrings. We're gonna do a heavily weighted one-legged hamstring or stiff-legged deadlift. What am I saying? We did this last week and it's so good. We're doing it again this week. So one leg is up, and we're doing our hamstring, right? We're gonna do one leg and then the other. So pick your poison. I think I can do 225s. So I want you to go in heavy, and I'm gonna put the leg down that feels the best right now. We're gonna do one and then the other. All you need to do is get that back leg out of the way. It can be bent a little bit, whatever, okay? And then we're just doing our stiff-legged deadlift. Don't fall forward, ready? Here we go. Be real careful with this one. Feels a little different. But we're gonna do 12. I want you to have a weight that's challenging for 12. 10 more. 8. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And 1. All right, remember the leg that's down, okay? I'm gonna set these down for just a second. This was the leg. We're gonna face straight ahead. We're gonna do a cross body stiff-legged deadlift. So essentially what that means is you're gonna come across in front of the leg that we were just working. Okay, we're gonna stay to this side. Ready to give it a go? Pick up those heavy weights. Okay, this is not for your obliques or your back, it's for that hamstring. So you don't need to over-exaggerate, try it out. You're gonna go to this side. It's still a stiff-legged deadlift, you're just at a slight angle. Up, slight angle, up. Many of you, this is a new move. Take it slow. We're doing 12. You're gonna feel this kind of inside of your hamstring. 10, 9, and 8. We're just gonna pop that hip out to the side a bit. 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1. All right, I gotta set these guys down, give my grip a little bit of a rest, and then we're gonna come back and do both those sets on the other leg. So catch your breath, and then we're gonna throw in some core stuff again for a second. We're getting there. All right. What did I do? I did 25 from this. So I gotta pick those guys up again. All right, opposite leg. Get yourself set up. Stiff-legged deadlift, nice flat back. Here we go. "12. I am shaky, shaky. 11, and I'm on like the second rep. 10. 8. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. 1. All right, I'm setting these guys down. This heavy, heavy weight, give your grip a rest. It's cool. And then we're gonna do that cross body deadlift. I was feeling that one in this other leg. Find that balance. I want you to go heavy. You should be pushing yourself weight-wise, but don't hurt yourself. Okay, you ready for this set? You guys are probably ready. I don't know if I'm ready yet. Okay, come on, grip strength. That's what gets the most tired with this stuff. Okay, angle the other direction. Here we go. Angle, up. We're doing 12. This is a good one, right? 11. 9. 8. 6. 4 more. 4. Last one. And 1. I gotta set these weights down, give that grip a little bit of a rest. And we're gonna go back to our ball. Okay, we're gonna need our chair again in a second, so don't let it go far, but I'm gonna get it out of the way. 1 final set of V-ups. 3 sets. I wanted to do 3 sets today. They're so good. So let's get set up for that. Get on out here. You get to choose how low you take that ball. So this is you. Tuck your hips, engage your core. Here we go. Up. We're gonna do 11 more. 10. 8. 7. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Walk it out. Now, we're going to do a set where we're off our arms, and then I'm going to show you a really cool move that we're going to do using the chair. But I want to show you this one first, because if you don't have a setup with the chair that works, you can do this as a second set. So this is one you guys have done before with me. Lie on your back. You're going to pinch the ball behind, my pants too slick. Oh, there we go. Behind your heels. So pinch it up against your heels and your backside. You can put your hands at your side or under your butt, and you're just going to lift that ball, okay? Lift. We're going to do 12. 11. My hamstrings are too tired, but hold on. 10. 8. 6. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And 1. All right. You ready for something magical? Okay. We're going to use the ball and the chair. Your chair needs to not move. So I'm going to turn my chair this way because I'm going to be sitting or lying on the ball, holding on to the chair. So I'm going to put one of my 20-pound dumbbells on my chair because mine's light and it moves around. So if that's how yours is, I want you to set up like so. I'm not there with you in your living room or wherever you're working out. So if you do not have a setup that you feel like you can hold on to your chair safely and have it not go anywhere, then you're going to go back down on the ground and do a second set of what I just showed you. That's why we did it first. Okay? This is another new move for many of you. Be patient with yourself. Make adjustments. Find where you're not like so. You got a couple options. You can hold way out here if you feel like your chair is really stable. You're going to be raising your legs. If you don't, here's a trick. Get real close to your chair. Press your head up against it and hold on like this. It's going to give you a little more stability, okay? Now, where you place your ball makes a big difference. You got to figure out where you need to be. So, give it a little test. Can you raise your legs? You're going to lower and raise. Lower and raise. Adjust your ball higher or lower on your body to accommodate where your strength and comfort level is today. So test it out. I'm going to move mine a little lower. See how that feels. Now, you do not have to touch the ground with your heels. A lot of that will depend on how tall your ball is. This is a good spot for me right here. A little bit lower with the ball. My head is stabilized up against my chair. And I'm gonna shoot for 12. Here we go. 12. 11. Move if it's not working for you. 10. 9. You're gonna be more stable if the ball is lower. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. One more. And 1. All right, careful coming off that ball. Hopefully, during that set, you made a few adjustments and found a position that was working for you, because this is such a good move for your core. Don't worry, or maybe worry. We're gonna do one more set in a little bit, so it'll give you a second chance to feel that out, okay? All right, final set in the plank position on the ball, because frankly, I just don't want to do it anymore. We're gonna do those side tap outs. If it's not working for you on the ball, just go into a plank and tap out to the side. Okay, I gotta get my mind right. This one was killing me last time. I think we did 12. Oh, I don't want to admit it because I don't want to do 12. That's what we're in for. So walk out as far as you can. Again, you get to decide how challenging this is for you, depending on how low you take the ball. Wide tap out for 12, and here we go. 12 and 12. 10. 8. 7. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And 1. Let's get off the ball, shall we? I got too many weights in my way. Okay, let me check our time. Catch your breath, get a drink, because we have to be able to fit in. Oh, we gotta hurry. Okay, because we've already done legs today, we're gonna do one more set with that chair. We already did it, so set yourself up, okay? Get in a position that works for you. I'll tell you what I did this last time, and it worked well. I took the ball a little bit lower on my butt, not so high on my back. Get in a position, make adjustments. I'm gonna press my head against my chair because my chair is still not super stable, okay? All right, lift those legs, give it a test. This one was so good. Okay, guys, let's keep going. We're gonna start our count. The higher the ball is up on your back, the harder these are, but you're also not as stable. So you gotta figure out if you want the ball higher or lower. You're like, start counting, right? Let's go 12. 10. 8. You may not need to press your head against your chair. You can kind of hold on how you want. 5. 4. 3, 2, and 1. Kind of sit up. That was pretty slick, right? Okay, get rid of your ball. I want to do one more set of our seated hamstring curls. I'm still kind of set up over here for that. And I think just for kicks, I'm going to try it a little bit closer with my heel just through my one loop, okay? Because I have to scoot way back there to get enough tension. So we'll see how I feel like this. I don't know though. I might switch it back. We'll see. Because being this close, the angle is a little bit different, right? The angle of my band. So maybe I'll want to switch it up. But we'll try. Okay, I'm going with my back leg first this time. And I already can tell I'm going to need to be back here. Pick that leg up. Give me that curl. 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 We're going to do high repetitions. Try not to flex your foot to the point that you're cramping, okay? Curl. Keep it going. I don't know, guys. I might prefer it in that second loop farther back because the angle is more straight on for me to curl straight back that way. We'll see. I'll give it a chance. I'll give this closer version a chance. All right. We're doing 15 more, and you need to be at failure by 15, so move if you're not close. 15, 14, 13, and 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, put this leg down, and I'm going to switch it up on the other side. I preferred being farther away from my weights. It was more of a hamstring workout and less of a quad workout. Oh, P.S., I was going to do this, but we don't have time. A great outer thigh, inner thigh, woo, right? Or this. So you don't need a pulley system at home. We've been doing a lot with this setup. You can do so many things with this. Method to my madness, you don't have to do it like me, for sure. In fact, you'll serve yourself really well if you don't do lots of stuff like me. But I liked the way this one felt better. So I'm back farther away. Let's get it done. So the key here is I want to work my hamstring. Obviously, we have to hold our leg up slightly, so it is going to work your quad and your hip flexor. That's fine too, right? But this more straight on angle, I like it better for my hamstring. High repetitions, keep it flexed. I've got one more move for your hamstring with this setup, and then you guys are done with me. And if you like some of this stuff, do it on your own. You know, what does your body need more of? Maybe you want to do a little bit more core work. Maybe you liked the hamstring stuff. A lot of this stuff, I'll give you a great workout. We're going to get a good full body. We're going to hit everything this whole week. But you also got to ask yourself with your own body, what do you feel like you need? Some people need more of one thing than another. So kind of figure that out, or what you like. All right, guys, we're on 15. My hamstring is screaming. 13, 12, 11, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, put that foot down. We're going to get rid of our chair, but I want you to leave this little pulley setup just as it is. Okay. How much time have I got? Ooh, I might be able to show you one more. We'll see. Okay. This is another version of a hamstring curl that I love. You're gonna lie on your tummy. Let's do one leg at a time. So before you get down on your tummy, slide that loop band through your ankle. And then again, as always, you gotta get as far away from this point as you need to get the resistance you need. So I'm gonna crawl up here. I'm gonna lay on my tummy, anchor your knee against the floor, and give yourself a little bit of a curl and try it. Do you need more resistance? Unfortunately, I feel like I need a little more resistance. So I'm gonna drag my foot up here even farther. I'm gonna be like off my mat. Okay, now, and here we go. Curl. Now, once you get going, you need to relax your head and neck and relax your foot a little bit, okay? Keep that hamstring engaged. It's kind of a tiny curl, always keeping that hamstring engaged. We're gonna do high repetitions, so let's do 20. You need to be there with 20. Here we go. 20, 19, and 18. 16. 14. 11. 10. 8. 7. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Relax. All right, now we got to try to get this other foot in the contraption. So slide it on and then get into position. Make sure this guy doesn't go anywhere. Okay. You ready? Here we go. Up and up. We've got our 20. Make sure you've got enough resistance here. Here we go. 20, 19, and 18. 15. 12. 10. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And we're gonna come out of this. And I think we have time for one more. So I'm gonna make it count. I want it to be a compound movement. Hamstrings, we're gonna do a finisher, heavy finisher. So I want you to take a set of your dumbbells. I'm gonna use my lightest pair, my 15s, because we're gonna raise our toes. This is one of my very favorite versions of a stiff-legged deadlift. Test it out. You need to be in the right position so that your legs are where they need to be for that deadlift, okay? So I think, where do I wanna be? That feels good, right there. And then I'm going as heavy as I can go. We're gonna do 12 repetitions, as heavy as you can stand. So for me, my trusted 30-pound dumbbells is definitely as heavy as I can stand for this one. Raising your toes takes this hamstring activation to the next level, but make sure that you have some balance before you get started. You ready? Let's go. Oh my goodness, there's 12. Oh my goodness, 11. 9. Oh, this is getting me. 8. 7. 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys option. We're basically to the end of class. I really want to throw in one more core move. We did killer legs already this week. We've got enough hamstrings in today. I want to do one more set of those leg raises holding onto the chair. If you want to do that with me, we're going to do one more set. If you got to go, then I get it. Get going, but tell me if you completed this workout. But we need a little more core work, and we have just a second to get it done. So why not throw in one more? It'll give you one last opportunity to get in the position where you can feel this like mad. This leg lift is so good if you get in the correct position. So keep playing around with it until you get there, okay? All right, set up, decide kind of where you think you might be. Give it a little bit of a test. You can always switch it up, okay? All right, let's see if Erin can balance. Final set, here we go. 10. 8. Use your core. Use your core. 7. 6. 5. Lift with your abs. 4. 3. 2. We're doing 5 more. Don't quit yet. 5 more. Right here. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. We're done, I promise. I won't add any more. Go ahead and get up off that ball. Let's catch our breath really quickly. If you want to do a quick stretch, that was a lot of work to the core and the low back today. So you can come up over top of your ball. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for being here with me this morning. Tomorrow we'll be here again at 7 a.m. Open up that chest. Give yourself a hug. For the rest of our upper body stuff, I want to hear if you guys had some favorite moves from today, and I want to hear where you are the most sore today. I am sore in my back from our back day. We did shoulders too, but lots of back stuff the other day. I am sore in exactly all the places I wanted to be sore this week so far. So tomorrow we're hitting biceps, triceps, and chest. So I'm expecting to be fairly sore there as well. Lacey, great working out with you. Allison, thank you so much. Courtney, I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving and enjoy lots of good food, or, you know, I shouldn't even say that. I hope you enjoy whatever it is you want to do today. And then if you have a second before you run, I love the feedback. So please let me know if you have a second, if you had a favorite move from today, and where you are sore this week from classes. That'll help me in preparing class tomorrow. And it will also help me just know what to post on my main page so you guys can save those things, okay? So while you're thinking about that, I'm gonna do a quick stretch for the low back and a little bit of a stretch for the hamstrings, just kind of bring that chest down. It'll stretch your back and your shoulders and all those places that were sore today, or that I'm sore anyways. And then again, if you don't mind, let me know where you're sore. I can pretty much stretch anything right now. My biceps are not sore. We haven't worked on them. My biceps are not sore yet. Pretty much everything else is sore. So do a little quick stretch here. Take your pick, Aaron, stretch something that'll most likely be sore. Hamstrings are sore, but yeah, my back, which I'm liking. I'm liking that soreness through my back. All right, let's hear it. What do you got? Your shoulders and the top of your back side. Yes, that's what I want, Tessa. I'm so excited to hear that. The side deadlifts, the ones where you lean to the side, you like those, Lacey? Those were getting me too. I almost feel like I should do a second set at some point. Yeah, I loved those as well. Allison, you like the leg lifts with the chair. Yes, I agree with that, Allison. So the ab thing where you're laying on the ball, holding onto the chair, it is. And that's why I tell you guys, especially when we do something new, a lot of times it takes me a few times before I figure out the position that my body needs to be in. And that's fine. So if you try a move and you're like, I don't know, give it a second and a third shot before you say, I hate this, it's not working for me. You may find that it's not, okay? There's certain moves that I see other influencers do over and over again that they love, that I've tried a million times, and I'm like, I just don't like it. It doesn't work well for me. But give stuff a couple tries, because a lot of times it's just a positioning thing. And once you get in the correct position, it's awesome. And that's exactly how I feel, Allison, about those leg lifts as well. They are awesome if you can get in the right position. So give them a chance. I appreciate you guys sticking with me today because we did lots of kind of new and different stuff. And thanks for trying it with me. Try it again. Try it on your own. Get in a position. Even those banded knee lifts and a few things like that, a lot of it is positioning. And once you get there, you'll be like, this is what Aaron was talking about. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for the feedback. Happy Thanksgiving. And please, 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 today, do things that make you happy and that you want to do. There's not any rules. What do you want to do today? It doesn't have to look as what everybody else is doing. Figure out what's going to make you feel amazing today on your Thanksgiving and do it. I'm going to do the same. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.